Hi, in this video we're going to learn how to use trigonometry to find the side lengths of a triangle. So right here we have a triangle. It has an angle. We have a right triangle where the angle is 30 degrees. We know the hypotenuse is 10 and we're trying to solve for this side x. So to start, first we have to find what we're looking for. So we have an angle theta here, 30 degrees. We know the hypotenuse, h equals 10. And we're looking for the side opposite the angle theta. So the opposite side equals x. Now remember, what trig ratio involves opposite and hypotenuse? Well, sine does. So what we can say is that the sine of 30 degrees equals x over 10. Because x is opposite, the hypotenuse is 10, so you can say that the sine of 30 degrees equals x over 10. So what is the sine of 30 degrees? Remember, I derived this in an earlier video, but the sine of 30 degrees equals 1/2. So we have 1/2 equals x over 10. So if we cross multiply, we get 10 is equal to 2x, or x is equal to 5. So the length of this side x is 5. So we just solved our first side using trigonometry. Now we're going to do another example of solving using trigonometry. So let's say I have a lamp post and the lamp is broken. Okay? And I don't know how tall the lamp is, so I don't know how much wire I'm going to have to use to go up to the lamp. So we can use trigonometry. So let's say that you know that the angle from the ground to the lamp is 60 degrees. And you know that this distance from the base of the lamp to where you're standing right here is 4 feet. And you want to find this height, which we'll call W, because it's the length of the wire you need to connect to the lamp. So, what can we use to find W? Well, we know the adjacent side to this angle, which is 4 feet, and we're trying to find the opposite side. So what trig function involves opposite and adjacent? Well, tangent does. So we can say that the tangent of 60 degrees equals W over 4. Because W is the opposite side, 4 is the adjacent side. So what is tan of 60 degrees? Well, that's the square root of 3. So the square root of 3 equals W over 4. So W equals 4 square roots of 3. So you need 4 square roots of 3 feet of wire to fix this lamp. Okay? So this is how you use trigonometry to solve for the sides of a right triangle. So all you have to do is find out what you know and what you're trying to find out, and find a trig ratio that involves those two measurements. So that's how you use trigonometry to solve for the sides of a triangle. I'm going to do one more last example. So let's say that there's a plane and it is, let's say, 100 feet above the ground, and you're standing right here. And you know the angle between the ground and between you and the plane over here is 60 degrees. Okay. And you want to know this length right here, we'll call it x, so that you know where when you are directly under the plane, because they're going to drop a parcel of food for you. So you need to know when you're directly under the plane. So we know the opposite side, it's 100 feet, and we're trying to find the adjacent side, which is x feet. So what trig ratio involves the opposite and adjacent? Well, tan does once again. So we get tangent of 60 degrees equals 100 divided by x. So the square root of 3 is equal to 100 over x. So x times the square root of 3 equals 100. So x equals 100 over the square root of 3. So you need to walk 100 over the square root of 3 feet to be directly under the plane. So that's another example, and that's going to be it for this video. Hope you like this video.